Outbreak on 100.1 The Planet, New Hampshire's Modern Rock. Matt Connerton back in the RageRockRadio.com studio, sitting here with Hammer working the board, and I'm sitting here with Shane Watkins from NSI. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, thank you.
So good to have you here this week. Tell me, what does NSI stand for?
Started out as, nothing special and the insignificant, like two superheroes.
Yeah?
The time there was only two of us. It's just kind of like a little act we were throwing together, and it just stuck. We kept it.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah, cool. And I'm holding in my hand, so this is a full-length disc. How long has this been out?
Since August 22nd of 2009.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Cool. And I want to, there's four of you now in the band,
Yep.
correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But you're kind of playing spokesperson today?
Today I am the spokesperson, yes.
Cool. All right, well, why don't we play a track, and then we'll come back and talk and get to know all about the band. What do you want to start off with?
I would say Come Up Smiling sounds good.
Cool. All right. So this is Come Up Smiling from NSI on Local Outbreak on 100.1 The Planet.
Oh, my Charlie, what a good little Charlie. He took one for the team between the eyes. Out and moving out, so get out spitting rattler, try banging those who did across the line. He's a one-armed black-eyed pumping paper busting out. I know that Charlie King on the five-finger pony rode a swinging glory from the pride. He was a damn good kid, the kind of kid that always had your back. Oh, your back. Oh, drag him out, back, face down, and let him have it out. Beat it up. Somebody named the Boston Buckles Murphy on the rise. Here come a clever apple, hustle like a sun, muscle, bare bones, and testosterone divine. He's a one-armed black-eyed puppet, paper pissing him off. And just like Charlie, he's a speeding on a sucker, crop across budding slugger on the fly. He was a damn good kid, the kind of kid that always had your back. Oh, your back. Oh, drag him out, back, face down, and let him have it out. Beat it out. Never walk away, never turn your back, never show emotion. Keep your head on straight, keep your eyes wide open, keep your hands from buckling. Never give your name, never tell them where you've been or who you're working for. It's payback or payday. Let the track stitch together, hang your hands and throw your face. Swing to the top, but swing up and up. It's better to be dead than come up smiling. Tripping up, here come the echoes on the gypsy Johnny. Swing to the top, but swing up and up. It's better to be dead than come up smiling. The girls are coming off there, down. We don't come out one by. Never walk away, never turn your back, never show emotion. Keep your head on straight, keep your eyes wide open, keep your hands from puddling. Never give your name, never tell them where you've been, who you're working for. It's payback or payday. Let the track stitch together, hang your hands or throw your face.
Local Outbreak on 100.1 The Planet, New Hampshire's Modern Rock. Matt sitting here with Shane Watkins from NSI. What do you do in the band, Shane?
Vocals and guitar.
Okay. And so there's three other guys. What do they all do?
Well, there's Brian Martin, who plays drums. Scott Foster, who plays guitar and keyboards. And Joe Harding, who plays bass.
And you said NSI started with just two of you?
Yes, that would be Scott and myself.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
How long were you a two-piece?
I would say probably about a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, just about a year. And then we started adding in different people and people starting to get involved. And it just evolved into like a little studio project. And Scott and I did all the, at first all the production and the engineering and the, producing the album and stuff like that.
Sure.
And, that's what our whole project NSI thing was supposed to just be. Was just going to be a studio project, and then we took it out and started playing out live.
How long has the band existed at this point?
Since 2005.
Okay.
Yep.
So about 5 years.
Yep.
And what was it that made you decide? Well, first of all, what made you decide to want to add additional members after a year?
I think just recording certain things that we weren't able to record, like drums. Scott and I aren't drummers, so having a drummer step in and play that, and then having somebody who actually has a really good feel playing bass, somebody that could just listen to this stuff and say, okay, this sounds good over this. They know what they're doing. I'm not a bass player, so
sure.
I have ideas, but theirs are better because they work with their instrument. So we had them come in, and then after that, after the recordings, we were like, let's try some live stuff and see how it goes.
So you never played out as a two-piece, correct?
Not at first. No, we did not. Nope.
Okay. So then you added, you were a three-piece for a while, right?
It was Scott, Brian, and myself.
Okay.
With no bass player.
Oh, okay.
We tried playing live like that,
Did you say tried playing live?
It was okay. It was missing an element.
Really?
You could tell
Yeah.
that you need low end. I mean, especially
Yeah,
in a live venue, you need that thump going on. Without the thump, you just ain't got. You ain't got it. You got a bunch of tin floating around in the
Sure.
ceiling, so.
Sure. How many shows did you play as a three-piece, roughly? I'm not looking for an exact number, obviously.
Yeah, I would say like 10, maybe like
really,
that.
Yeah.
It wasn't that many. We weren't all that forceful on the scene anyway of trying to be out there. Just really focusing mostly on writing and recording.
Yeah.
For a long time. So.
So you added the bass. What's the bass player's name?
The bass player's name is Joe.
Okay.
Joe Harding.
Okay.
He plays. He's a younger guy, a bit younger than us, so he brings a lot of life to the band and
Sure.
in his style. We added him in mostly for the live elements because at first he wasn't the original bass player to play with us. The original bass player was actually Pat McDonald out of Boston, but because of commuting and stuff like that, it was very hard for all of us to get together. So Joe seemed to really take to our style. He seemed to really like it and laid his stuff down, and it sounded great. We took him,
So this new disc that you have out, The Squeeze, this is all four of you on the disc?
And Pat McDonald and some guest people on there.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Who are the guest appearances?
There was Kevin Smith. He wrote some lyrics, did a little bit of vocals.
Not Kevin Smith, the director, I assume.
No, not him.
Okay.
Pat McDonald on bass, the other bass player. Dave Carroll, who joined in on some like mandolin and banjo,
really? Cool.
weird out stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
this has been out for about a year. Do you have any? Have you been doing anything with radio, college radio? Or?
Yep, we've been handing out to college radio.
Good.
Stuff like that. It's been played, especially up at UNH, which is good, and Portsmouth Community Radio, things like that.
Sure.
And don't know too much about other things where it may have been played. We just sent it out and said, "Hey, here you go. Let's hope for the best."
Right.
Kind of go with that. That's how it goes.
I've always figured you guys would do well in that kind of in that area.
We
with
seem
the college
to.
Crowd, I would think so, yeah.
We seem to. We seem to get a good vibe and a good feel from people. So I mean, in certain elements it works. Depends on how many times you play in one area. I mean,
sure.
Some days you look like you feel great and there's a lot of people there. Other days there's just not because, for one, people are probably sick of you. If you're in the area too much, they're sick of you. I mean, I get sick of us, so.
Do you play a lot of shows in the Seacoast?
Yeah, I do, and I also play a lot of solo stuff too. So,
oh, you do? Okay.
Yep. Just it gets it shows your true chops. It shows if you can, rather than hiding behind a drummer and a bass player like I sometimes like to do, because you can make mistakes and nobody can hear it. But solo, you got to be right on spot.
That's true. Yeah. How often do you play solo shows?
I would say 3 times a month.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you're pretty busy with that.
Yeah, I keep really busy with that type of stuff, and writing and recording. So
yeah. Do any of the other guys? Do they also do solo work or play with other
Brian
bands?
does some solo work. He mostly writes and records his own stuff. He has his own little side project. Scott dabbles in mostly recording and photography. He's not the big wants to go out and play shows.
Yeah.
He likes playing music, writing music,
Really?
and doing the photo
More of a
stuff.
studio guy,
yeah. He's like that. And
yeah.
And Joe is our bass playing whore who play with anybody,
right?
You know, anytime, anywhere.
I can relate to that.
He's out there on the scene. I mean, you'll see him in a club with a bunch of guys or girls on the side just banging on his stuff, and he's the whore. That's it.
Sure, sure.
So
that's cool. Well, let's play another track from the disc. What do you want to play?
I would say Tugboat.
Cool. All right. So this is Tugboat from NSI on Local Outbreak on 100.1 The Planet.
I can win you over with a big old bucket of hog roast. Got old cotton haircut and deers and play some bits on the yacht. Now every dirty dagger pierces every shark dashing blue until the Franklins come rolling out.
Bay, we're on top of the world on the swing tower. Getting by me another day.
Burning the antenna, I sink and scamper under the radar. Mega thunderstorms and bombs with answers but crackles the cause. It's plain and simple, still top of it's a signal that crisscrosses our elusive generation.
Bay, we're on top of the world and I'm back and they won't hear a thing, nothing today.
The rhythm rolling the high gagging horse. That's why my powder breathing little machine birds a tank full of courage. Yeah, they thought that I would lay it down, but the colors were out and out.
Babe, I'm on top of the world, overlooking my county for another day. Don't take me for a ride, for a ride. Don't take me for a ride, for a ride. I got years on my mind, on my mind. I got the whole damn world on my side, on my side, on my side, on my side.
Oh, baby's breath with total fact that's got up the run with the bones. And flying up through this lyrical action that like the rose of thorns. And they thought that I would just lay down till the bottom fell out and out.
Hey, if we're on top of the world, then why does it feel so wrong? I said, hey, if we're on top of the world, then why would we leave them to struggle for another day?
Local Outbreak on 100.1 The Planet, New Hampshire's Modern Rock. Matt sitting here in the RageRockRadio.com studio with Shane Watkins from NSI. What is your live show like?
We try to use a lot of energy, you know, as much as you can. I sit on a 1967 Ottoman, you know.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I just sit down right in the front of the stage. I don't know. I've always had that weird feeling of you know, when you're up on a stage and you're playing, there's people standing in front of you.
Yeah.
You know, the last thing you want is that, you know, you don't need my phallus in someone's face the whole time. It's just bizarre to me. It's always been that bizarre concept. Look at me rocking. It's just, no, I like to be eye level with people. You know what I mean? I sit down, I'll wear some stupid thing or whatever the case may be. I think Scott likes to sit down quite a bit too, maybe because I'm sitting down, it makes him comfortable too. You know, you're at eye level with people, and Brian's sitting down. So we're lazy. We're old. You know, what can we do? You know, I mean, Joe, he's a youngster.
He's jumping around.
We make him stand up.
Yeah.
You get no chair. That's it.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So,
do you guys use any kind of multimedia during your show? I know Brian was into that for a while. I don't know if that was in a previous
he still
band
is.
Is he? Yeah.
I think we'd like to incorporate it. I mean, we use obviously a lot of some electronic stuff, but setting up is so tough sometimes. You know?
Sure.
I mean,
yeah.
you got to be quick, especially. I mean, when we opened up for when we did the circuit there with Clint Lowry of Seven Dust.
Yeah.
We you know, it was tough because you had to be quick. You had to get up there. You had
yeah.
to move fast. You can't be diddly-daddling around. You got to put your stuff up there and go because there's going to be a time that you got to get off. You're done. That's it. Get out of here.
Absolutely.
It's quick, fast move. Go. So. And so dabbling around, unless we have our own shows and stuff like that, which we do, but we still have to move quick because we're still on a good time schedule. And,
sure,
we want to play as much as we can, So to me, minimal is better, so
right.
to play more,
How many shows did you play with Clint Lowry?
3.
3, yeah.
3, yep. It was a good experience. We enjoyed it. Is very interesting, especially Hartford was really interesting playing down in Hartford.
Really?
Yeah, that was really just a crazy place. I guess I didn't realize how sick Hartford really is, just as in the people that are around there. I mean,
in what way?
That place is just, it's wacko,
I was
man.
born
in
Hartford, actually.
Were you?
Yeah.
I mean, there's just girls down there. I mean, they're just falling out all over the place, and they're just like, all of them are like that. It's just like really like it's just a really almost like a Los Angeles feel, I guess. Just really, it's scary. It's a scary place to be. You're looking around. You think everybody's got a gun. I mean, it's just.
Well, I believe everyone does.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
It's just that type of vibe, and it just doesn't. It wasn't shutting down. I mean, it was like 3:00 by the time we're getting out of there, and it just looked like the place was still hopping.
No
it was
kidding.
like in the middle of New York or LA or something. So
yeah,
it was a wild ride. It was interesting time. We had a good time. It was just new experience to us.
Sure,
being in that type of environment and that type of movement.
Is there anyone else you guys have opened for that really stands out in your mind as being a cool experience? Or?
Not really. I mean, we play with a lot of local bands and a
Sure.
lot of local people like that. I mean, I played with a lot of different solo people from different areas down in Boston or what may be. I mean, I've met a lot of touring solo acts coming through. That are making a pretty good name for themselves on like the folk scene or like the rock scene. You meet all kinds of different musicians, but any one type of person that's like your Clint Lowry of Seven Dust is no, we haven't opened up for anybody at that name level yet.
Sure.
For him, so
how did you hook up with him?
A friend of mine that I grew up with from school does a lot of work for. Does roadie work, or he's a guitar tech. I mean, he's worked with like all the big, gigantic names, from Lionel Richie to Van Halen.
Oh, no kidding! Wow.
So he's in the big mix, and he's friends with all them. And he just says, "You guys want to open up?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, why not?"
Yeah,
that sounds good to me.
Yeah,
I'll do that. That sounds like a good
That's
time.
Great. Yeah.
So, he treated us really, really good, and we had a good time doing it. So.
Now, who writes the songs in the band? Do you guys all write together?
It's somewhat of a collaboration. Scott will start off with something, or I will start off with something, and the ideas will come from like one person, and then people start layering stuff over it, and usually if we're sitting around the room, playing with that one riff, it'll be like somebody will play something that, yes, do that, we'll give them the point, or no, don't do that, that sounds awful.
Sure.
It's all like that, you just tell everybody you either like it or you don't, just how the feel goes. If the song's right for it, you do it. So,
but does everyone contribute? Because I know sometimes in bands where, I can see we're in a situation where you're in, where maybe where it started out as two of you, as other people come in, sometimes the two original people kind of are the nucleus, songwriting wise.
Yeah, I think Scott and I do write all the riffs. There's no doubt about it. We write all the main riffs when we come in, and then we trust Brian and Joe enough to say that we're going to like what they do anyway, so they have free reign of what they're going to put over it, and we say yes, we like that. It's pretty easy going. There's no that's mine, this is mine, play it like this. There is to a small extent, but nothing major. You always got your feel that's in mind of what you're looking for while you're writing your song, and then you just kind of look for other people to put the stuff over that you want to hear over it, and they usually do. So,
when you play live, do you incorporate any of your solo material into the show, or do you kind of keep that separate?
Yeah, depending on how much time there is in the night. If we have to kill a lot of time, then yeah. I mean, there was this one time we played at this yacht club. They offered us this massive amount of money.
Yeah.
They never heard us. And we didn't know who was going to be at this yacht club. You know what I mean?
Huh.
So we were like, you're sure, right? You know? And so we go in and we looked around, and I mean, this place just looked like there was older people, kids, people who really weren't into the eclectic scene that we're into, that have nothing or know anything about us, you know. And we start playing, and everybody's like this, just covering their ears, you know. And it's like, oh God, this isn't going to go over well. So, you know, we split it up, brought the sound down, and you know, we essentially played for the money that night.
Sure.
Sometimes you have to do that, and that's what we did. You know, we wanted that money so bad because we needed it. We're musicians, we're poor, so
of course, yeah.
you know, that's what you do. So we
you got to grab those opportunities.
That's
absolutely.
right. Definitely.
How do you describe NSI?
It's fairly experimental. I guess it's what we are. You know, I mean, it's hard to really pigeonhole ourselves for what we foresee it to be, because it's just the way that we play. You know, I mean, it's really just experimenting with different chord structures that we like to use. Dissident type groove stuff. You know, we like a lot of dissonance and awkward tribal drumming and stuff like that. So, you know, and a good thump on the bass, you know, get the ass moving. So that's
a good
what
thing.
we did. Yeah.
I'm always interested with bands that are doing something that's different. Do you make a conscious decision, or do you make a conscious choice to not easily fit into a particular genre, or is it just naturally
It's actually it's more natural it's really more natural because we have tried to say, okay, I'm going to try to write a song like this that fits into a certain genre.
Yeah.
It never comes out like that. It never comes out like a certain style that we're trying to make it sound like. You know what I mean? Like, say we wanted to write a pop song. You know, it's not going to come out like a pop song. It just doesn't with us, because all of a sudden we're doing all this weird stuff over it, getting excited about it, and like we totally lose focus on what we were doing originally. So it's just like a natural progression to write more eclectic music, and you know,
you're not looking to write a radio single, in other words. Although it might be nice to have one. But...
It would be nice to have one if I could get a lot of money for it, and if I could actually do it. And I'll say that's not an easy task on its own either.
Sure.
You know? I mean, it's really hard to do. I've just tried it just for the hell of trying it. I suck at it. I really do. I sucked. I said, this song sucks. And you just, you know, I mean, what can you do? So you just, you keep working at stuff and working at who you are and what you do. And
ultimately, you got to be who you are.
That's right. And that's where you leave it. You know?
Absolutely.
So
cool. Well, let's play another track. What do you want to play?
Let's see. What do we got here? Oh, I would say, let's go to Disparity.
Disparity.
Yes.
All right. What's this about? That's an interesting title.
Well, actually, it was about Haiti. It still is about Haiti. It hasn't changed. So
cool.
Yeah, that was the working title that I went around, and it was before any of the earthquake or anything had taken place over there. So it was actually based on their hunger and their stuff like that. Like, there's just a big difference between. It was the difference between Haiti and America is really what it was based around, you know.
Oh,
so.
That's interesting, and that country had certainly been through a lot already even before the earthquake.
Before. So that's where I was going with that type of song.
Oh,
just
cool.
Read something that struck me. So.
All right. Well, I'm interested to hear this. Okay, so this is Disparity from NSI on Local Outbreak on 100.1 The Planet.
I'm the one responsible for this. I'm the
Local Outbreak on 100.1 The Planet, New Hampshire's Modern Rock. Matt back with Shane Watkins from NSI. So I'm looking at this artwork here. Tell me about the artwork for the CD. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was designed by Scott Foster. Mm-hmm. It's a photo on the front there, and it's actually all photos, and he just kind of tweaked it. I think he took it over in Europe somewhere. I think it was Norway. I believe they have these weird statues, I guess. I've never seen them myself, that are dangling and hanging there or on these posts or something, or on these poles. And I guess he just got under them and took a picture of it. And
yeah, I've never seen anything like that.
It's pretty wild, you know. He had thousands of pictures, and that was by far the one that we liked the best, you know.
Yeah. No, I really dig that, and I encourage everyone to get online and take a look. I assume NSImusic.com. I assume the CD is for sale on your site.
You can contact us.
Yeah.
You can just contact us through that, or Facebook, or NSI, or send us,
or go see you live.
Go see us live.
What do you guys have coming up that you want to mention?
Market Square Day is coming up in Portsmouth on June 12th.
Okay.
We're going on at 2:30. We're playing right on the street. It'll be an outdoor show.
Oh, cool.
So that'll be a good time.
Yeah.
Really good time. Yeah. Yep. So, and then after that, it's I'll be playing solo at the Blue Mermaid with actually Scott and I will be playing together on July 10th or 11th, I believe. And then it's Montpelier Langdon Street Cafe again on July 31st.
Uh-huh.
And then I believe we're hitting the Stone Church in August, so we'll be around a little bit.
Cool.
You know.
Good. And where can we find you guys online for people who want to check you out?
It's NSI Music. You can find us on MySpace or Facebook.
Okay.
If you just type in NSI, it should come right up.
Sure.
On Facebook. The website is under some construction right now.
Gotcha.
So, yeah. So that's really the only place to be able to contact us at this moment in time. But we'll be working on it. So,
can we get your tunes online anywhere, like on iTunes or anything? Or
not yet. That's all being set up.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Cool.
A little behind the, you know.
It's a lot of work. This stuff is a lot of work. So
yeah. Yep.
Cool. Well, Shane, thanks very much for being here with us this week.
No, I thank you very much.
This has been very cool. And NSImusic.com, and of course MySpace and Facebook. And what do you want to wrap up the show with?
Something big. Like let's go with Run Ant Run.
Run Ant Run. That's another interesting title.
Yes.
Will you care to explain that one?
That's the only song I didn't write the lyrics to.
Oh, no kidding.
Yep. That was written by Kevin Smith. So.
Oh, okay.
I'm not really sure what he had in mind. So.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Shane. This has been Local Outbreak on 100.1 The Planet, New Hampshire's Modern Rock, and this is Run Ant Run from NSI.
A star ascendant, propped up high, sun resplendent. His grin you're shugging as he made bitter grace for your investments. For 20 years a sinner sainted, nourished his fraud unrepentant. His prize your surprise as he made bitter slaves of your descendants. In time is a light will be burning through you. So run and run, sunbeam magnified on you. This 20 years a trusted stranger, exhaled promise in her danger, spent up all your trust till you had nowhere, no means left to